I heard you. All right, all right. Well, welcome to Queens Means Business, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. We appreciate y'all for coming out today. All right. So, we have a wonderful panel of these amazing women. Let me step out the way. And gentlemen. Yes, indeed. I want to thank y'all ladies for coming out, because without y'all coming out, this would not be an event. All right. So all of y'all tuning in, y'all chime into these amazing women, and we're gonna get started. So let's do it.
Let's get it. A round of applause for the queens again. What we're going to do is we're going to have like a quick panel discussion with the queens to introduce themselves to the public and things like that, and with their business, like John said, like without them this event would not be possible. And there is so much talent sitting up here right now that we want to get out to the Lake County area. And so everybody's just going to do a quick introduction of themselves. I'm going to start with Rashiris.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rashiris. I go by Shy. I'm from Waukegan, Illinois. I love to travel. I'm a pursuing nurse, and I like to meet new people.
Yes,
Hello, everyone. My name is Brittany Lewis. I'm 27, wife, mother of 6. I'm a student and a business owner.
All right, now.
Hello, everybody. My name is Janessa Gonzalez. I am born and raised in Waukegan my whole life. I am a full-time purchasing manager for 10, 11 years. I am a full-time mom of 2, 10 and 5, who keep me busy. I love to travel, take them on the road, and I love what I do.
Amen. Yeah.
Hello, everybody. My name is Esha Montgomery. I'm from Waukegan, Illinois, and I'm a poet and an author.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nina, and I am a mother of 6 boys. In fact, today is my son's 24th birthday, so everybody say happy birthday, LeBron.
Happy birthday.
And I am at this. I'm honored to be at this event to share, what we are doing. I am a business owner. Owner of Gertie's Gourmet Popcorn in Waukegan, Illinois, and I have been a resident of Lake County for the last 25 years.
Wow.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alicia Wilson. I'm from Waukegan, Illinois. I've been here my whole life. All right. I'm the business owner of Bake Boss Bodacious Sweets and Catering Services.
All right. All right. So, you want to introduce yourself? All right.
This king is going to introduce himself.
I am not one of the queens. Yeah, I am John McMillon III. So I specialize in financial literacy, and Mount TVs, and I have my own electrical business. So, and I have 3 wonderful children. They happen to get on my nerves sometimes. But I mean, hey, we're doing major things. Passing on to this king here.
All right, everyone. My name is Johnie Simmons. I'm actually from the Waukegan, Illinois area. Born and raised out here. My full-time job is I work at Amazon Fulfillment. That's about to be gone pretty soon because I specialize in financial literacy. So for me, just to even be up here with everyone right now, it's really amazing and great because this is what I love to do.
Absolutely.
So right now we're going to get into the questions for the queens. So the first question I asked for them, this is going to be for you. Why did you inspire to be an entrepreneur? This is going to be the same question for everyone. So why did you inspire to be an entrepreneur?
Because this is my passion. I've been baking since I was 9. And this is all I've been wanting to do since I was a little girl. So.
Wow. That's awesome. Okay.
That's good.
Right. All right. Good for you.
Yeah, what inspired me to be an entrepreneur, what inspired me the most is my passion for seeing joy on the faces of people. And I said, what better way to do that than to start it with popcorn? You know, during the time of pandemic, we was not able to get out a lot and go to popcorn shops or do much of anything. So, you know, that's what really inspired me the most was starting a popcorn business.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because I have a passion. I have a passion for cooking and a lot of other things. But yeah, I love what I do.
Right.
Yes, ma'am, and you put it in that bag.
All right. Miss Esha, I should say.
Yes. So what inspired me was I've been writing poetry since I was, well, my earliest poems I could find was when I was 5 years old, 6 years old. Yeah, it all starts with roses is red.
Right. Every time.
I love cake. I love you too. You know.
Right.
And then when I was 8, I started making my own books, stapling them together.
Wow.
I was always really nerdy, just from a young age. So after I got done with this really bad job on the west side of Chicago, working at a non-for-profit, I said, I got to do what God called me to do.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Amen.
Absolutely.
What inspired me to be an entrepreneur is I've been working I've done the working three jobs for 10 years. The hustle, the bustle, the going from Chicago to Waukegan to Gurnee to 30 miles from one job to the next to changing the car to back and forth. And I'm like, you know what? I have 2 girls now. I need to change something because I cannot be working away from them. So being an entrepreneur, you're able to work at home. You're able to be with your kids. You're able to have time, financial freedom. You're able to do things, you know, with them, travel with them, and at the same time do the business. So while and they know the computer's up, they know mommy's working, but the mommy's here. You know what I mean? Mom's not gone. So what I do is I have a detox system. So basically it cleans out your system, takes away all that sludge that's accumulated in there, replenishes it with vitamins and the coffee that's CBD infused, no THC, and it's has a flare energy, and it's all caffeine free, vegan based, and it really gives you the energy, natural energy that you need to keep going with 2 little girls. So that's why I'm an entrepreneur.
I want to be extremely transparent with you guys.
Yeah.
I worked at Cracker Barrel for almost 7 years as a server. Worked a lot of overtime, 16 hours pregnant every day. And they fired me one day because I switched aside and I failed to charge the customer. So they fired me. And I was on the couch for months depressed because I just loved my people. And they replaced me like I wasn't nothing. So my husband said, why don't you, work for yourself? There's nothing better than, having your own schedule, make your own money, you be your own boss. And then that's when McClinton's Cleaning and Sanitation was born. We offer residential and commercial cleaning. And so, we do everything: deep cleaning, basic cleaning, reoccurring cleanings, one-time cleanings, whatever you need, we got you covered.
What inspired me to become an entrepreneur was I basically wanted to be my own boss, make my own schedule, and basically not live check to check, have different streams of income. So that's what basically made me become an entrepreneur. I offer teeth whitening, body scoping. I am a certified eyelash technician. I do infused sauna, wood therapy, and vacuum butt Brazilian lift. So I do a lot, and my goal is to enhance women beauty, to uplift them and make them feel bold, beautiful while being you. So,
So what inspired me to be an entrepreneur is even when I was younger, I knew in high school that I was meant for something, but I felt like I was put in the wrong system. You can have a lot of ambition, and then you told to work a job, and then your ambition go from here to here. But my ambition did not match my paycheck every single week. And so as I knew, growing up, when I was into a space where I needed help, but I knew I had a passion for helping people. I know I had a passion for standing in front and to do a lot of things and things like that. But as I gotten older, I realized a job is not for me at all. It's just something for you. It's just designed for you to be there to do what they want you to do for a certain amount of hours, and then they only pay you just a certain amount of money just to keep you there. But there's nothing that's going to be more than your passion. If you're passionate about something, you're not going to make any excuse not to do it at the end of the day. So you're going to find different ways to do it. we specialize in financial literacy. We specialize in to teaching a lot of people that the things that we should have been taught in high school to even give us an option. Like high schools now should give you an option whether you want to work a job or be an entrepreneur. Not just like when we came up, they're almost like 31 years old now, and we only taught to only work at a job. That doesn't make any sense for me. So we're going to be the people who's going to change that for the next generation. And so that's what inspires me to be an entrepreneur.
Awesome. I like how y'all saved me for last. Well, you know what? Hey, I can't really top that. That's amazing. I appreciate y'all stories and testimonies. So basically, me coming up, it's the second time I've said it. So the way everything came up, it got started, I did electrical work, right? So I went to school, Lincoln Tech in Melrose Park, where I learned about the trade. And it's like in the industry now, the way that the pandemic came about, that trade helped me. It helped me to, stay above water. So it's like from that point, I got into, fixing my credit. That was the main thing. I'm like, okay, I got the money, but the credit ain't matching. So it's time to get that right. And that's how I got into financial literacy. But I know my passion, me, as a child, I was always outgoing. My goal was to, help others. It started back in church, matter of fact. Believe it or not, I can sing. But I did a solo at church. It was Easter Sunday. A lot of people were there. Actually sang R. Kelly's I Believe I Can Fly. Right. And ever since then, it was like at least the church was packed out. It had at least probably about maybe good 80 people, from front to back. That's what I realized. I was comfortable speaking in front of a lot of people. So my goal was I knew I wanted to help people. So why am I just working at a job? My goal was bigger than what it actually is. So it's like, all right, time to go ahead and step outside of that and do something different. And I came into financial literacy, helping people out with that, educating everybody with this knowledge that is going to push us further. As Johnie said, we didn't have anything like that. Only thing I could recall is consumer's education. And that's consumer product. It's not really teaching you about the finances or how to leverage your credit or business credit, right? So this is what my calling is, and I feel like we'll change, our generations up to come, the youth, and we're going to make everybody elevate.
Amen.
So I'm going to lead off from Johnie. I'm going to ask you ladies my question here. So we're going to get a little deep, all right? So this is one of the things that I've actually been learning about vulnerability, right? This is something that's going to push you to your next level. Because when you're vulnerable with others, it's going to help others to attract towards you and push them to their next level. All right? So you spoke about your success. Let's talk about the struggle. So what were your struggles like going into your success today? And we'll start off with you.
I have had a lot of failures, having to support myself with my different different jobs I've had. I didn't think I was okay. I worked at Walmart for about 4 years, and I thought that okay, I should stop working here because it's stressing me out. And then I went to Head Start. I'm working with children for about 5 years, and that will come to an end because we no longer will have Head Start, unfortunately.
Right.
So the money is not. It hasn't been what it's supposed to be, but it has been with me pushing myself to do better. But, yeah.
Right. All right. All right.
Yeah, the struggle has definitely been real. My story stems back from another popcorn shop that I helped start downtown Waukegan called Gordon's Gourmet Popcorn. And going into the business, with an old friend of mine, we had, it seemed like we had the same vision but different passions. Hers is more geared towards getting to the money. When mine was more geared towards, building a community and making people happy, popping what people crave the most, especially coming out of a pandemic, not able to really move and navigate the way we wanted to do, and what more to bring joy, to the people than a bag of popcorn. I knew I had to step my game up. The client, we've lost a lot of customers based upon his not being in alignment with the vision. When you take your mind off your original vision of bringing to the community what people can enjoy or what people can use, whether it's a service, a product, whether it's writing a book or something like that, that really can inspire people, that's going to bring the money. That's going to bring the people and keep the people coming back. So when you take your mind off of that vision and that alignment, it doesn't seem to work out. And people sway. So I said, you know what? And then another piece of the puzzle was, bringing the kids out to be a part of this organization. We want to teach the kids. I look at it as the children are, our future. And at some point in life, we're going to have to pass that torch, whether it's to our children, to people that's looking up to us. We're providing a service because we want to empower them. We want to advance them, make them better at what they do, like you all are doing with literacy when it comes to financial backing, financial. We want to teach them how to do this job. So to bring them in, to teach them a work ethic, responsibility, social skills, how to interact with the public and people, setting a foundation for them, that's going to bring it. Yes, and it can continue on for generations to come. So that's, the struggle was definitely hard. It was many times I said to myself, like, what am I doing? Who want popcorn? Do I keep getting into this? Do I, and then the investment piece, investing so much time, work, money, energy, focusability, setting aside that time to where you have to turn that phone off. You have to say, no, I can't come. You have to say no to a lot of things. So focus your mind about, the business and growing. You know what you got. God has given each and every one of us a creative mind to use for His glory, not ours. And when we take our mind off of that, 1 minute you in it, next minute you're not. 1 minute you back at it, next minute you're not. Then you're losing people along the way, like, I ain't heard from you, and since God knows when. So we all have creative ideas. We all have something to bring, to the table to really inspire people. Yes. That's our goal, is to inspire. We want people to love what we're doing. We want to share what we're doing. We want to teach other people how to do it and get it done. So that's what the struggle. So that's where the miracles happen, in the struggle, in the process. That's what we're building. That's what we're learning. That's where, everything is coming together from what God is, basically what God is telling us. So the struggle, so that's where the miracles happen, in the struggle, to me. During the process. Everybody want to be a part of, they don't want to be a part of the process, they want to be a part of the outcome. But the miracles happen in the journey, in the process. So we have to keep going in the midst of that struggle.
Amen.
Yeah.
Preaching on the Saturday now. All right, well, Miss Esha.
Where do I start with the failures?
I know that's right.
I would say my failure, it first started before I even got started, because I went to college for 7 years.
Okay.
I walked out with a bachelor's degree and a master's.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And when I tell you, it wasn't easy. I put myself through school. I worked 2 jobs. I wasn't going out to the clubs.
Right.
I wasn't partying. I wasn't having fun.
Right.
I was studying until 2, 3 every morning.
Right.
Shoot, while my roommate getting high, I'm up there studying.
Like, where they do that at?
Having a good time, riding the Magic Dragon, I'm studying. Okay? I didn't, there was no days off. My mom and daddy told me, they said, baby girl, you ain't going there to make friends. You're going there to get your work done.
Right.
Yes, it is. So I did my work. And I remember I would come home, people be like, well, how are the parties? I wouldn't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Right.
And then I ended up getting an internship afterwards at the Illinois Senate, working for communications.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
And unfortunately, when I went there, it was during the time when there was no budget. It was that big budget stall. Y'all remember that all them years ago when we couldn't get a budget in Illinois? I was working there. It was horrible. The worst experience of my life. And not only did I come short on my job title, I wasn't able to be a shark.
Right.
I realized the thing I studied for 7 years wasn't meant for me. I have no business in politics.
Right.
Sometimes I feel like I'm too decent of a person to be in there. No offense to nobody who is.
Right.
No offense to the sharks. Love y'all. Y'all gotta do what y'all gotta do. But I realized maybe the thing I studied for so long wasn't where my heart and my soul and my passion lied. So I had to leave college and do a whole nother transition into who am I? What do I want to do?
Right.
So then when I started writing, everybody say they want to help you once you start writing. Once I started writing my books and I'm, sending out the copies of the books and I'm, hey, could you look over this for me? Tell me what you think. I just want an opinion. Not even asking anyone to edit anything.
Right.
People aren't responding.
Wow.
Ghost. But you said you would help before.
Right.
And I'm not mad at anyone. I think it was just a surprise of, oh my gosh, they don't want to help me, because I'm reading online, I'm Googling articles like how do I get started writing books? How do I get started, being an author and this is that, and all these people are talking about their family and their friends helping, and then I tried to get the same feedback. Nobody was helping me, but my mama.
That's a big backbone there.
I'm telling you.
I'm telling you.
Always be there.
Yep, daddy just, that's good, baby girl. What you doing, baby girl. You got it, Then he passed the work on to my mama, you do that, what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what I end up
Like somebody else I know.
It's called support from a distance. I got you, baby.
Right.
So what I ended up realizing was I had to love people through not seeing my vision.
Right.
So I had to put my emotions to the side. As a writer, a creative, the creative people are very emotional. We're like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
They don't like it. They don't like me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I had to get past that point. And I think that's been the hardest thing. It's not writing the book, it's not considering whether or not I'm going to send it out to publishers or publish it myself. It's not putting the money into the book. It's the reception. Right? It's how people feel about not only the brand, but you. Because how people feel about you is going to dictate the brand sometimes.
Absolutely.
And I had to see, what God put in me, I have to give birth to it.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
Even if people don't understand.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Sometimes it's all about that one little seed that grows into a tree.
Oh yes. See, that's
Yeah,
amazing.
you're a poet.
Wow.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
But I could relate to all of it as well. So I think in general, for me in my life, I came up good family. I didn't have the struggle of not going nowhere. We traveled a lot. We've done a lot. So much. We went to church 4 days a week. I think it is when I got to college, I met a new me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I met people that I didn't associate myself with before. So that's when I started to change. And not for who I was, but because I was always trying to be the one to make everybody happy. I was always the one doing everything for everybody else, people pleaser. It didn't matter how I felt, as long as everybody else was happy. That made me happy, is what I thought. So I had to die within myself to live. I had to figure out what is it about me that makes me happy. And I went through a little bit of a college mess, where you do something for love for somebody in the wrong thing. Got in a lot of trouble, and that kind of changed my life. So what I did is I rebuilt my life, working 3 jobs, for 10 years. This calling rebuilding your life, having something against you that makes you stop, moving forward. It's like what I say is they took off the chains, but they wouldn't let me free. You know what I mean?
Right.
So what I had to do is I had to move forward despite what everybody else thought about me. So it starts with the belief system. You have to believe in yourself.
Yes.
That's where the struggle comes from.
Yes.
If you don't believe in yourself, then you can't move forward. You can't do the things and the vision that you have if you don't believe in yourself, because it's not going to prosper. So it's having a belief system, having people around you, accepting the no's. It's called marrying the process, divorce the outcome. You know what I mean? You're going to keep doing it because that's what you want. You're going to keep believing it because that's what you want. And it doesn't matter how many no's you get. It doesn't matter how many people are against you, because you have a vision, and the vision doesn't change because of the circumstances. Your vision stays. And so you're going to keep moving. You're going to hold on to your vision. You're going to keep going, because eventually, as soon as you get rid of all those no's, the yeses are lined up.
I'm telling you.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's where the struggle comes in, is getting past that point, believing in yourself, moving forward, and letting the no's come and let the no's go, and know that you have something that God created you for,
Right.
that you have a purpose. And sometimes in the moments of pain are actually the moments of purpose, you know?
Right.
So it's just like you got to believe in yourself, and you got to keep moving.
Absolutely. All right, Miss Britt Brett.
Struggle.
Yeah. So my struggles are procrastination. That's a big one. And self-confidence. Procrastination, because as a mother of 6, it's so easy to say, oh, I got to do this for my kids. Oh, I got to do that. Oh, my husband needs this. Oh, you know, and you got to, put yourself last most of the time. And being a young mother especially. So procrastination, that was my first name. I'll do this tomorrow. I'll do this 3 months from now. Yeah, I'll start in June, and then what better time than the present?
Right.
That's what I have to go by. So as I said before, procrastination, horrible. I said I'm going to go back to school. Here it is, 10 years later. I'm in school now. I graduate in December. Self-confidence. Oh, I can't do it. Oh, I never told you this, but since we here, we being transparent.
Right.
Back when I had a Facebook, I seen my sister here. She was doing her eyelashes and stuff. She was doing her thing, with her business, and I'm like, man, I could never do that. And you've been doing your thing, and I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all of that, But I'm doing very good, Thank you. And instead of me questioning myself, I say I can do it.
There you go. Right.
I will do it.
That's right.
I am going to do it. Not I'm going to do it eventually, next week, next month, next year. I do that away, and so I just worry about what's going on in the now, and I take the steps that I need to take to get to where I want to go now and not later.
Absolutely.
So what I want you guys to remember from this is now, not later.
So with you saying that you wouldn't be able to do it, yes, you could, because you could do anything that you put your mind to doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Only you can stop you from doing whatever it is that you want to do. You have to believe in yourself, push yourself, be driven. You know what I'm saying? And just go. Don't ever sell yourself short, like, oh, I can't do this. Yes, you can. Take "can" out your vocabulary. Say "can." I will. I'm determined to make it happen. So, yeah, my struggles goes back to me being in healthcare for over 10 years now, and like me living from check to check, underpaid, getting raises, really 25 cents, 50 cents. Like, who can live off that? Not me. So I decided to, put the faith and, push and get my own business, because then that'll be another stream of income while, being in school. I've been in school off and on since like 2014, by the way. So I do have a few certifications for medical assistant, phlebotomy, EKG, and CNA. So yeah, I've been in school off and on. So then I'm pursuing nurse. So I've been in school since May of 2020, and when I say I've been paying out of pocket for school and I didn't know like where it's gonna come from, I'm doing 16-hour shifts, I'm bartending, I'm doing lashes. Like, yeah, it's been a journey, but one thing, I've always kept the faith and kept pushing, because it's like, why start if you're gonna give up?
Right.
What's your purpose of starting to just give up?
Right.
So that's what I always go back to. Like, I have a purpose. I started this for a reason. So I'm just going to keep pushing, and you walk by faith, not by sight. So, and then I started my business. Let me just put this out there. From my favorite scripture in the Bible is Philippians 4:13. And yeah, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. So I always live by that. And yeah, like, I've come a long way, and I just can't wait to see like where I'm going to be, like even in 6 months from now. So yeah, the struggle has been real, but you got to keep pushing. That's all I'm going to say.
You
You gotta tell about your struggle.
Oh, you know I'm already got like this little structure going on right now. So, all right. So my struggle. Okay, my struggle a little bit was I do have a lot of trust issues with people. And it just comes from like I have very good intentions with people, and then as I like talk with them, it's like you can tell sometimes within like 2 minutes of talking to somebody, you know, if you want to deal with that person. But if you're doing business, you got to take that out of the way sometime. And when you actually put them into the business or do whatever you want to do, it's like, man, I should have never did that. Like that's what my mindset was. But then like going through like a lot of internal problems that I don't really talk about. We just recently had a training about this recently about like a lot of black men when we going through a lot of things, we always tell everybody I'm good instead of saying like, you know, this is a problem. So I do that all the time. If I'm going through something, I'll say I'm good, but even though deep down it could be like the weapons of mass destruction up in here. And so like I'm learning a little bit better to like let them know that, hey, look, this is what's going on. But on the flip side of it, it goes back to my trust issues. Like when you talk about something, somebody might think that you're complaining about something, or he's whining about something. So that triggers something in me a little bit when it comes to that. So who do I trust to actually tell about my problems, even though I'm going through all this stuff, but then I want to do business at the same time. And then it's like all this internal things that happen. And so I'm slowly getting over that hump because everybody's intentions aren't that at the end of the day. They need help as much as you need help. And they might be going through the same issues that you're going through, and then they might say, you know what, let's team up and let's handle this together. Right. So like as like black men going forward, like that's what we deal with a lot. And it's like I'm learning how to deal with like all that just by being more faithful. You know, a lot of this times, like when I think about something, it's too realistic instead of just being think faithfully and things like that. If that makes any sense to anyone. And then also just like the struggle at a job, you know, I don't see myself being at my job for too long. I feel like a lot of the time I'm smarter than the manager. I'll tell the manager what to do. Right. So, and the funny thing about it is like these managers nowadays, they're like 22, 23. There's nothing wrong with them being 22, 23. But it's just the mindset to come behind it. I want to be a manager because I want to tell people what to do. No, you're not going to come and tell me what to do. That's my mindset. And when I've showed them how to do things, it's like, oh, I should have listened to Johnie a long time ago. But by the time they listen to me, I'm already in another department. And things like that. So that's what I go through eternally at work, because it's like a lot of work issues that go into the business issues. Like I really want to spend more time doing my business because I already see it already about like, a lot of the times I already see my future self already. It's like right now I'm just banging on the door, trying to open up the door right now because I already see that particular version of me. But like I said, just going back to the job, like I've been working at Amazon for about 6 years. When I first started that job, I was like, I ain't gonna be here for more than 3 months. Now 6 years later, I'm at Amazon doing the same thing. But I mean, it's nothing wrong with having a job. Like people out here, they need jobs. But at the end of the day, like my calling is to do something completely different where a job is like that past lifetime where I can thrive doing what I really want to do. But it's just like getting over the struggles of like trusting people a lot more, but at the same time just talking about my problems a lot more. So I can, that in that moment, that could be holding me back. And if I'm still thinking about that same thing, I can't move forward. That's right. And things like that. So that's what I'm internally working on, like with the struggle. But I feel like the more and more people talk about the problems, the better it's going to be, because we can solve them quickly. As entrepreneurs, where we are problem solvers. So how can we solve other people's problems or try to solve other people's problems, and we can't solve it ourselves? So that's what I'm working on internally with my situations.
Absolutely. Awesome. Well, so I'll go into my struggles. So one of my main struggles I had was basically helping others before I would help myself, right? Because I see potential, the key word, potential. I see potential in other people, and I help them before I help me, you know, to get them in a better position. Because I always feel like, you know, I'll get there. I know I'll get there, you know. But the thing is the problem is I'm not getting to my best potential because I'm constantly helping someone else. You know, and the thing is, if they don't want to help themselves, how can I help you? So it's like I'm investing so much time that I'm losing track of my time, because one of the most valuable things we have is time. You know, our life, our time, and our wealth. I mentioned that in the post some time ago. So it's like if we're not taking advantage of our time, somebody else is. Whether if you're at work or if you got somebody that you wanted to go back and fight because you have some issues with, they're controlling your time. You're not controlling your time, and that's what I've really been focusing on. I had issues back then where I had anger issues, where I was like firecracker. You know, I had to use a lot of personal development to grow out of that, so I can see my best potential. And the main thing I do want to mention is keeping God number one. Keeping Him in my life and keeping Him, to keep my faith in any situation I go through. So I've been through tough situations. For example, this was back in 2011. I got arrested. I had a felony charge, assault and battery, and I had a misdemeanor. Still dealing with that to this day, but it's getting better. So I feel better off that because I'm getting that off of my shoulders. It's a huge weight, right? Where I don't have to be, head, on a swivel. It's like I'm looking to excel, but I'm still kind of being pulled back at the same time. But I keep going. That's my main thing. I keep pushing through all of that. So that was like my main struggles, that I've been going through. But it's like my main thing is just to stay focused, keep faith in God, and elevation is right in front of me. Right. All right, so you can go ahead with your next question.
Yeah, the last question is for you, Rasharis. How is your business helping other people?
I would say it's helping other people. Well, for the ladies, I don't want to just single the ladies out,
right.
But yeah, basically. But no, I would say for people that basically like have low self-esteem, or for mothers that think that they done lost their self because of the kids being strictly a mom and all of that, basically to enhance their beauty, to make them feel beautiful, right. To make them feel like, you still that woman, you know what I'm saying? Kids or not, being a single mother or not, come get your eyelashes done so, you could be blinking and winking or whatever. Or like, you want to lose a little inches in your waistline because, I got stubborn belly fat from the 2 babies that I done had. I can get you together with some body scoping, you know what I'm saying, to make you feel a little slim, even in one 30-minute session. You may go down 2 or 3 inches. So you look in the mirror, it'd be the smile for me, to make my client confident, that you can keep going from them 3 inches that you done lost or whatever. Right. So, yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
How you
doing? What was your question again?
How is your business helping other people?
My business is helping busy mothers like myself who don't want to clean up a house all day. Businesses, that have many hot spots, with traffic, we're taking the burden off of them. I want to be the difference that I want to see in the world. For example, I can't tell y'all how many times I walked in somebody's business and they didn't speak to me. I'll go right back out the door. Okay? You want me to spend my money, but you're not giving me quality service. You're not paying me no attention. I'm just your next dollar. I do not believe in that, with my business. I want long-lasting professional relationships. I want my clients to know that I genuinely care about them. You never know. You might change somebody's life just by saying, hello, how are you doing? Let me do this so that you don't have to. Oh, you need your room clean? I got you. Because if that person is like me, my husband will tell you, if my bed is not made, I have a fit. I feel like I can't do nothing else in the house. I don't know why. It's a mental thing. But definitely during this pandemic, cleaning is definitely helping my business, but I'm also helping people and business owners keep their, place of business clean, their homes clean. Yes, so we're definitely getting rid of a lot of bacteria and viruses. Okay, that's always a good thing.
Yep, absolutely.
So yeah, I'm done.
The way that I'm helping other people is health is one of the most important things. One of the most important things for a person in general. You can't live life and not be healthy, to the best of your abilities. And some people, have struggles, but the things that we have, they help with blood sugar levels. They help with with heart rates, they help with immune system, eyes, they have all the vitamins you need, the superfoods, you know. People, just normal people, even that go to the gym a lot, they have a lot of toxins built in their gut. And this, 5 to 25 pounds accumulates in there. So this helps them get rid of the toxins that don't come out normally. You know, it helps them replenish the bodies with the things that they need. You know, it helps me eat those popcorns and those cookies out. You know, I mean, right? You have to be healthy, you know, and health is not like you can't go eat those things. You know, you just got to work on yourself. And that's how I'm helping other people, is feeling happy about themselves, you know. You know, I don't go to the gym all the time. People don't go to the gym all the time, but having just something clear out their system makes them feel good, you know, gives them the energy that they need to get through the day, you know. So that's how I'm helping people.
Absolutely. It's Esha.
Well, I believe that death and life lies in the power of the tongue. So for me, I try to speak life to people, whether it's on my blog, you know, and I have like a podcast attached to my blog, whether it's through my podcast, whether it's through my books, even just me and people in general, like, or, you know, I just like to speak well to people, because at the end of the day, there's so much negativity out here. When I go on social media, I see negativity, you know, and you can tell the truth and you can be honest without just shouting out just crazy negativity all the time. Like, that type of stuff gets us nowhere. There's so much going on. There's like a whole war going on, you know, and sometimes I wonder if there's going to be a World War III. You know, I just want to know that I'm putting things out there that people can feed off of. They can feel like they're getting energized, like they're being inspired, like they're loved. You know, how often do people say, I love you, I care for you, you mean something to me. If no one else sees you, I see you. You're valued, you're beautiful, you're wonderful. You're fearfully and wonderfully created. You know, I want to be that person where it's like, you know what? If there's nowhere else where I can get some honesty, some positivity, some kindness, some words of inspiration, I can see what Esha up to. I can reach out to Esha. She's somebody who's, you know, she's gone through and she's coming out.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
I believe we was all crafted and designed with purpose, on purpose, from our Creator above. We want to make sure that we're doing our part and doing our job, what we was created to do. We want to leave the world better than the way we found it. So if that's in a bag of popcorn, or if that's in a book, or if that's in something that's going to help the body, cleanse the body, if that's in beautifying, making me feel good about who I am and myself, beautifying me, and cleaning my house because I don't feel like and giving me a piece of cake because I want something to snack on, let's get it done. Let's get it done. So we want to leave the world better than the way that we found it. And my way of helping other people is passing the torch. Well, I'm not going to be able to pop popcorn for 50 more years, but I know that my son can. I know that my niece can. I know the generations to come is coming along. So we want to make sure we're teaching them how to be entrepreneurs, business owners, be responsible, be receptive to people, you know, and to be having a good work ethic, knowing how to run a business, how to work with, having social skills, knowing how to work with the public. Customer service is the hardest job in the world because you can't, you want to please everybody, but you just can't. You can do the best of the best of the best, and you're still going to have somebody saying that, well, you know, if you had done it like that, it's going to always be that one person. You did all right, but if you had done this, so you can't please. So customer service is the hardest thing that you can do. So you want to make sure that, you know, you're doing the very best at what you can do and passing the torch and teaching others how to, you know, pretty much do the same. I think we're all talented, we're all blessed and gifted. I believe this meeting was ordained by God above, you know, to bring these networking and resources together for collaboration and, you know, to learn from off one another and do business even together, you know. So we are helping people. We're helping each other, we're helping ourselves, and we're helping the community, you know, and the people that's watching. Amen. So, yeah.
Not really helping me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, honey, you're helping everyone.
No, yeah, I'm really helping a lot of people.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, my services are not just the sweets. I have food, real food. I have, I do different catering events. I do salads and fruit trays and all of that stuff. But yeah, and I will be starting to do meal plans.
Okay. That's what's
All
up.
right.
You doing milk? That's amazing. So, you
I'll go first.
Okay.
So how our business is helping people, like I said, like we spread the word about financial literacy, stuff that we wasn't taught while we were in school to make us better people. Like I said earlier, like when we're 31, 30 and 40 and up, like we're still trying to figure things out. And what I learned about it is that there are a lot of people that are right now are trying to do all this stuff before they turn 30. Because they think after 30 it's going to be one of those like end of
Life is
construction
over.
stuff. Like life is over. But the thing is, like we can start it now. Like we can be the generation now to change all that. Because every single day when we wake up, we have the opportunity to change all that. And I like what you said earlier, because I like that's how I operate at work. Like leave it better than I found it. Like when I'm at work, when we have a bad handoff from the other shift, like we over there fixing up all this stuff. And he's like, why you trying to make stuff look nice? I said, leave it better than we found it, because you may never know who may come in after. But then next day it's trash again. So long story short, yeah. So this is how we're gonna help people by impacting the youth. That's why I have hashtag Impact a Million, because when I first saw our vision, I saw how many people we can help, like impact so many people on the same level of learning about financial literacy, whether that's insurance, whether it's credit. Everybody needs to know, everybody needs to be literate in those areas. Like, I don't want to learn about the world of 1875 anymore. Like that's done.
Right.
So that's with the technology the way it is, we have so many resources to learn exactly what we need to learn to be better people. And things like that. So it's not even just with the finances. Like a lot of the times, divorces happen between people because they're talking about finances. They're arguing about it. Like I still remember conversations with my parents that argued about money like the whole time. So like I don't want to be that same generation that take that into like my next relationship with somebody arguing about money, arguing about a car, arguing about what bill is not being paid. Well, we can learn financial literacy together and be like, you know what? You have a perspective, I have a perspective. Let's put it together. That's how it should be, instead of like she doesn't know what she's talking about, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's just it's a paradigm shift of thinking when it comes to that. And financial literacy builds better relationships with people, because everybody, like when you talk to somebody, hey, about their finances, they're trying to run away every single time. So my question is like, why are you trying to run away? Like, how can we help you? And things like that. And then if we impact the youth in the beginning, at its infancy, on everything, this world will be a better place.
That's right.
Generations from now. So I like a lot what all the queens said on the panel, because like you are all the foundation to like all the kids. Like you, man, once you learn like financial literacy and things like that, and you already know financial literacy, like we can pass that down to so many people on a global level. So if like my motto is not one president is going to change the whole world. Financial literacy starts with us in our own household.
That's right.
So that's how our business help a lot of people.
Each one teach one.
That's huge. So yeah, just like business partner Johnie was saying, our goal is to impact a million, and of course on my brand, I represent Elevate. Because it takes a lot for someone to struggle and realize that they can elevate at the same time, right? From their struggles. You got to go through pain, suffering to get to your next level, because then there's something that you've learned from that you can take with you as you're elevating your life. So that's one of the main things that we teach the youth young. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to fall off that bike. Because then you get up, you learn how to ride it. So we're teaching them young the financial literacy. We went through times where our credit is messed up, so we have to figure it out, opposed to learning it early and doing it right.
Sorry, that
So
spoke to me.
it's tough, and the worst part is, and the best part is, there is so many people nationwide that are going through this. It's not just like myself. And the best part about that is that, we're out here to educate. And there's many other people out here doing the same thing, educating people on financial literacy. And I say, as far as like, we also, we offer scholarships, and so there's a lot of students out here looking to go to college, so like we offer things like that, and we teach them about how you can start your own business, and not just feeling like you're withheld to, a job for 50 or 60 years of your life, so the goal is to start your business and learn how you can manage that and leverage your credit, your business credit. It takes you to levels that you wouldn't even think you can reach. And as far as TVs and electrical, well, I can, I've been doing that for what, maybe 7, 8 years. I did carpentry, building houses, running electrical through commercial, residential locations. In the midst of the pandemic, a lot changed. It went from TVs, on the table to everybody want the TVs on the wall. It's a better sight, modernized. So, I mean, I know I'm keeping a lot of people at home. They're not going to the gym as often. But hey.
Keeping them out of the streets, though.
Exactly. Exactly. So, yes, exactly. That way everybody's comfortable at home. They getting things that they want done. Hey, I'm here for it. So if it's all about elevation, that's where I'm at. And, we can teach our youth to do something and make an impact, as we get older. Because once we get older, just as, she said here, it's like we don't live forever. So we got to have someone to where we can pass that torch, pass that baton, and say, hey, you're going to carry on that generational wealth that I taught you 20 years ago.
Right.
That's right.
Yeah. So we are coming just about on lunch. So I have one more question for everyone. Kind of like, well, not so much of a question, more so a message. So we'll start off with Ms. Rashira. So what's a powerful message that you can give to the younger ladies, up and coming, looking to either go to college or start a business? What's a message you can give to them?
Basically, whatever you put your mind to doing, just go for it. The sky's the limit. Shoot for, the top of the level, So never give up, believe in yourself, and just go for whatever it is that you want to go for. Never sell yourself short.
Absolutely. That's amazing. Yes.
My message that I would like to get out to young women is actually two. Now, not later.
I like that.
And invest in yourself.
Yes.
I'll just keep it there.
All right.
On and on.
One thing I like to say is it's okay to ask for help. You can't do it on your own. And what you need to do, what I think for you to be successful is follow the ones who are successful already.
Right.
They paved the path. So if you're needing help or you have questions, there's other people who are successful that have answers.
Right.
So that's what I would say.
Absolutely.
I would have to say there's a blessing in the valley, and that there's beauty in the wilderness.
Yes.
Sometimes when we at that low point, we think that that's when it's over. But I want to say it's that low point, that's what makes you.
Absolutely.
Because when you go through some stuff, like my dad died 6 months ago. And when I tell you, when he died, I was ready to give up.
Right.
But I could remember his voice telling me, give it to him, baby girl. Show him what you made of.
Yes.
We only fall down so we can get back up, like you were talking about earlier. And when you realize that, that's what makes you who you are. You don't get made when you're at the top of the mountain.
Right. Right.
You're only at the top because you worked hard to get there.
Come on now.
And that's why I want to tell young girls, don't give up. I don't care what people call you.
Right.
It's about what you answer to.
Yes.
Emoji strong, ain't it?
Feel that in my chest.
Yes, for real. Listen,
Made her cry.
her book cover was
Speaking to you, right?
yes, the chains, yes.
Wow.
Yes,
Chains are
ma'am.
gonna break though. Hey,
Absolutely.
you gotta be released and free.
Yeah, break every chain.
Okay.
Yes. Wow.
These are some amazing people up here, I must say. I am just really blessed and honored to be a part of it. You have to love who you are. Know that you're worthy. Know that you're valuable. Know that you're needed. Be consistent at all that you do. If you have a passion to do something, go for your dreams. Continue to stay on the right path. Surround yourself with positive people that is moving, that can take you higher. Surround yourself with people that's moving in that direction. But knowing that you are valuable, you are worthy, you are loved, you are needed in the earth, you are crafted and gifted and wonderfully made in Christ Jesus. And there's the best is just yet to come. But if you give up too prematurely, you're not going to see it. So stay in the race, stay in it. So I don't care how hard it gets, how tough it gets, who's responding, who's not responding, who's involved, who fell off. You keep going. You keep going and don't give up. Be consistent in all that you do.
Amen. Absolutely. Miss Alicia.
The message I have for the young women is to keep God first.
Amen.
And never give up as hard as you want to. And don't give up if you see that you can't do something, but you know you can.
Right.
Just stick with what you know.
Absolutely. That's amazing.
So the message I want to give to everyone, just go out and do it scared. Because the thing is, like, I know, like, a lot of the panelists and before, like, they were, they just, like, it amazes me, like, how we were sitting up here talking, but, like, we're not scared to come up here and talk. Like, before, like, we were kind of scared a little bit. But like, as we get to talking, it's like, okay, we're doing it scared, but we're still sharing a powerful message at the end of the day.
Yes.
So that's what the thing about entrepreneurs are. We're going out here doing it scared, don't care about what people are thinking about us at the end of the day, because we see the outcome already. So just go out there and just do it scared. Like Ms. Janessa said, just ask for help. Just partner up with people who already done it before, and you already can see the answers that they're giving you and say, hey, look, it's a system that duplicates. Success leaves clues at the end of the day. If they left a clue, guess what I'm doing? Right with the magnifying glass right behind it, picking up the clues. So yeah, just go out there and do it scared, and just be who you are at the end of the day.
So a message I would like to give out to, the younger ladies, younger men. I have my son. I have 2 daughters. This is actually the mother of my children, Brittany. So my thing is, there's going to be struggles, right? Your breakthrough is coming. So things will get the toughest right when you're about to break through. So don't give up. Keep going. Keep pushing.
Go harder.
Keep seeing the vision, because your vision is not wrong. God gave you the vision. God gave you the talent. God gave you a gift for a reason. So follow your mind and your heart and your soul, your spirit. One thing I can always remember that I've heard is, and I heard this from Jerry Bay. He's a coach out here. That's my family. He told me, you cannot have, you're going to have the test before you're going to have your testimony. So you're going to go through those tough times before you move forward. So you got to keep your head straight. And one song that even my dad, he had me listening to, Michael Jackson, Keep the Faith. It's an old school song, but it's something that's going to live on forever through generations. That's why he was so powerful, throughout this nation. He really hit your soul. So just keep the faith, keep doing what you're doing, and remember, you're somebody special. You're somebody special. You just got to show the world. Don't be afraid. Just like Johnie said, do it scared. Yes. And ladies, so I know everybody about hungry. I'm not sure. But we're going to go ahead and we'll break this out. I actually want to close this out in prayer. So if everyone can come up and join us here. Feet burning, eh? All right. Lock hands. All right. I usually don't do this, but I'm stepping on faith. All right. God, I want to thank you for everyone that came out today, that has spoken out here and, stepped out on faith to tell about their worst times and how they got to their even greater times, but ready to see their best in their future, and just willing to help so many other people, the youth, the nation, one person at a time, one day at a time, one city at a time, one state at a time. I just really want to give you the glory, for us all being here today, impacting other people through social media, here and present, giving the energy for us to keep going even through our toughest times. We have our days we may not speak, just like, we've heard that, we say we're okay, but we're not, but we come out and we actually can be vulnerable to speak about how we feel. So I'm going to really give you the glory and honor every day for us waking up, being able to move and help someone else keep going. In Jesus' name, I want to thank you all for coming out. Amen.
Amen.
All right. Eat time. Thank y'all.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Thanks for having me.
We're not stopping. We're not stopping. Amen.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Oh, no problem.
You're right.
Write the vision and make sure write it on the tablet. Thank you, Lord. I am so blessed.
We got to shout out, bro. We got to shout you out, bro.
All right now.
This whole time, my man, this is Brittany's husband. I got to shout you out, man. Hey, you did an amazing job doing the camera work behind the scenes. So I got to shout you out, man. That's love.
Have any complete buildings you guys need, please?
Yeah, but it's
Holla at them and get you together.
it's all good. We
The
are over.
way you act, I always
Miss Esha.
be like that with like friends and stuff, like trying to uplift them and talk to them.
Come on, baby. Oh my God, we touched her in such a way.
Yes. Wow.
She needed to be here.
Yes,
She needed.
that's amazing. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you.
You're going to do great things.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You
I
guys,
lived in Round Lake Beach.
you guys were very
right on Fairfield
encouraging
and
too.
134.
Yes.
You know,
That's
And
all
there's
we're
the
about.
ones that
my neighbor, his
sometimes
name
let
is
go
Greg
and
Gordon.
need to hear the words like that.
Do you know
know,
him?
I do.
see the
Is he your
struggles
partner?
and it makes you want to get back in the game.
Absolutely. That's what
You
we're
know,
here for.
not give up.
Right. Can't give up. He started. We can't give
Yeah,
up.
can't give up. And I'm not a quitter.